Presents. This is um, just to let you know, there is going to be some spoilers. I am
Thanks.
going to.
Problem. Oh, thanks, honey. So, what'll it be? Your usual?
Sure.
Okay, chicken salad with no dressing.
No, you know what? Make it waffles. With a side of bacon. Don't tell my wife.
Whatever you say, officer. Oh, and if you want some more coffee, just shout. Next service, waffles with bacon on the
Thank you
side.
for joining me again. Sorry about that, guys. Technical difficulties. Doing a review
Hey, I'm
of
sorry to interrupt
Titans,
your
the
dinner,
TV series
Officer
on
Owens.
the
There's a
DC
guy smoking
streaming
over
network.
there in the corner
Now,
booth.
I didn't actually buy it. I did go
Wait
find a
here.
way around it.
I'll have a word.
What I wanted to go and, talk about is, the animals within the series and whatnot. But I said, what better way to review a DC show than playing a DC game? Granted, it should have been the Nightwing DLC, but it is what it is.
Excuse me, sir. There's no smoking in here.
Anyway, getting right along. My review of Titans was this. It has potential. A lot of potential. Now, honestly, there's gonna be spoilers in this, so I'm not gonna lie to you. Honestly, I think they used one of their big bads as which is they use one of the big bads just too darn early. And the big bad that they used was Trigon. Now, for those of you who've watched the anime series, you know who Trigon is, the father of Raven, blah, 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 blah. I think that they used him way too early. And they've got a plethora of villains that they could have used. And I mean a plethora. In fact, they should have used the Terminator, Slade Wilson. Not to get confused with Deadpool, Wade Wilson. Slade Wilson, aka Deathstroke, the Terminator. I mean, in the anime series, you saw that he kind of had a hard-on for. Now, with that being said,
Scarecrow's threat worked. Only 3 million people in Gotham City.
With that being said, I
Today,
honestly think that they really used Trigon too early in the game. I think they used to utilize him too early. Like, they were just pretty much setting you up for ooh, Titan, the big
Scum.
bad's gonna try to take over. But
Criminals.
we're gonna just go ahead and kind of rewind it
The
back
worst.
here, and we're gonna talk
Not
about
enough good people
the
left to
progression
stop
of, hey, our number one man, Dick Grayson, Robin. Now, essentially, you guys seen the previews where he's all like, oh, fuck Batman. Well, here's the thing about that. Even in the comics, he kind of felt like he was in Batman's shadow.
it. It took just
But in this, they
24
kind of
hours
made him
for
like
us
a
to lose
whiny
control of the
bitch.
city.
And I kind of didn't really agree with
Tonight.
that.
Gotham's relying on one man to save us all.
They really, really made Dick Grayson like a whiny bitch. And I say that with a little bit of love because I get that he's trying to progress into the character that we all know him to be and know him love is Nightwing. Well, with that being said, this all starts where, you know, he's trying to get out of Batman's shadow, but he's also putting a lot of blame on Batman. You know, he's going around really just giving the bad guys the beat down, and I mean the bloody fisticuff and break your face, break your nose type beat down. And he's saying they did it. Now, now, look damn why, you know, Dick Grayson is the way he is. It's because, well, did do these things that he said. Now, what really has got me off the beaten path is that we get that he's all, oh, it's all Batman's fault this way. But I'm kind of gonna go kind of reference another movie here called Rambo 3. And I'm pretty sure if you're my age, you know all about Rambo. But there was a story that Colonel Troutman had said to Rambo when he was trying to get out from this, you know, his little spat with war and whatnot. And
I know. I hear things.
and
There's a bunch of them getting a piece of the action. They're all meeting in Gotham tonight.
and
Just glad you made it out okay.
and here's the thing.
Sorry, I've got to go. Stay
The
safe.
story goes is like this, something like this anyway.
You still know
The
how to
story
write
goes is that a monk or an artist in a monastery was just found some marble, and he started, you know, working on it to start chiseling to create a statue or whatever. And then when he was finally done, somebody noticed his work, and he's like, "This is beautiful artwork. Where did you come up with such imagination?" He's like, and the artist says to the man, "Listen, the art was already there. Only thing I did was just chip away the edges." So, long story short, Batman didn't create Dick Grayson to be this, oh, I am just really pissed off, I'm gonna fuck everything up. He tried to take that anger and channel it. He didn't make him this brutal fighting machine that Dick Grayson says he craves and whatnot. He just chipped away the edges and refined it. And he was this great beatdown machine. That's not all Bruce. You gotta, if you know Bruce Wayne, Batman, he's always calm, collected, and he's tactical. He's always thinking on his feet, blah, 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 blah. He tried to channel that anger because he knew that if he didn't try to channel that anger, that Nightwing would actually probably kill somebody. He would actually kill somebody. And you know, Bruce was not wrong, because in the show, it looks like as though that Dick actually and
No, please. This ain't your city anymore. You should have left with the
that he was already going down that path of killing somebody anyway. I mean, he was dead set on killing Zuko. But when shit goes awry and he finally finds Zuko at a stage, he actually goes too far and kills him. From what I'm getting from this Titans show. Now, Batman, we all know that Batman ain't no killer. He'll fuck a person up and give him some broken bones, but he ain't killing nobody. That goes against his principle. But he wants to blame this dark side on Batman. Now, now I'm going to start. I'm just going to kind of give you my review on each and every character. Now, the actor who plays Dick Grayson, he's playing. I think he's doing. I think he did an okay job, and he's kind of personing how he thinks Batman kind of fucked him up. In some ways, yeah, Batman did kind of fuck him up, and in other ways, he
trying
didn't.
to be a hero.
But
Please.
mhm. now, now,
You're safe.
now,
Thanks, Batman. I thought they were gonna kill me. The city's overrun. We don't stand a chance.
Stay here. I'll send someone to pick you up.
What are you doing?
Evening the odds.
They get their hands on military hardware.
now. Now, Dick
I need to track that military
was just,
vehicle.
A squad car has picked up the pursuit.
in Robin said he puts on this darker face, but what he really is just scared of his own shadow or being in Bruce's shadow.
Call off your
You know, and
Golf Oscar 5-6.
and we and, I get it. He doesn't want to be. He doesn't want to be.
Sir, we're right here. We can take these bastards.
You know.
What the? They just fired an RPG at us. Who the hell are these guys?
5-6, pull back down. That's an order. Let Batman deal with this.
5-6 has taken a direct hit from an RPG. They're gone, sir.
Wait, Batman, you've got to stop them. Don't worry, Jim. He's fine. That takes care of the vehicle. I need to interrogate the driver and find out what he knows.
Now. Now.
Where's Scarecrow?
Go to hell.
Where is he?
I'm trying to figure out how I can do this. Now.
Talk, or I'll crush every bone in your body.
Okay, okay.
So
Just working out of a
basically, Dick Grayson is just pretty much there of his own shadow. We established that. But this is also kind of his come up story, where he's leaving the mantle of Robin behind, and he's already found Jason Todd is taking over the mantle of Robin, so he wants to grow up from it. Which, believe it or not, Batman got it. He knew what he was trying to say, so Batman unofficially fired him and said, "Go out on your own, become your own man." And that's what always Batman wanted. He wanted him to become his own man, maybe even graduate, maybe even have a family. You know, he didn't really want him to follow in his dark footsteps. But one of the episodes that I liked was is Wonder Woman's sidekick Donna Troy was around, and you know she told Dick straight out, you know, in her own little way, saying, "Look, Batman, Wonder Woman showed me how to deal with my differences in the way she knew, with love and you know how to be a strong woman." In the cases of him and Batman, she tells straight out that he pretty much tried to channel Dick's anger the only way he knew how to focus it and to refine it. Right, and then she tells him, you know, he asked her how did he manage. She didn't manage to quit the whole superhero gig, and she told him, "I never really left. I just don't go by Wonder Girl. That's it." Now, you'll never stop being a hero, Dick. That's just not in your blood. I know you way too well. So you either have a choice: be Robin or be Dick Grayson, mild mannered man Dick Grayson, or be both. So and he's starting to come to terms into that, and he's getting there, but that's where the lifts off the cliffhanger, and we find out that he's under Trigon's control, and now Trigon is fucking with him. So next we'll go down to Starfire, um, played by Anna Diop, black woman. And yeah, I know that's the biggest horse in the room, the black woman playing Starfire. Oh, good lord, no, blah, 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 blah. But that goes into my argument with Batman who possibly might be played by an Asian guy in the Teen Titans show, Idris Elba scenario. And here's what I got to say to all of that. And I understand that a whole bunch of black folk don't agree with who say, saying that they don't agree with Anna Diop playing Starfire because she's becoming a slut and that makes the black women look really, really bad. And I mean, I get it. But at the same time, you know, that could have easily have been a white girl, Mexican girl, sitting in the same image, so that doesn't really matter. So leave that alone. Just drop it. Again, I get it. Batman's not Asian. He's a white dude. You know, growing up on a white dude. But here, let me spit some little game at you. If a white dude can play Michael Jackson in an upcoming Michael Jackson movie, no one can say crap about Idris Elba being James Bond or H2 being Batman. It doesn't even matter anymore. Let it go. My advice. Now, that being said, I don't like how Coriander, aka Starfire, is being played. She's they're making her like this really, really dark person, whatever, and she's not. She's this happy-go-lucky individual. She loves life. Yeah, her whole race is promiscuous. Let's be honest.
Is this what I think it is?
But
Scarecrow's new toxin.
she's also this happy-go-lucky. Yeah, she's been through some crap. Her sister put her through some crap. But at the end of the day, she was always happy-go-lucky. Even in the comics, she's happy-go-lucky. You know, she's one of those. Don't sweat the.
I should check the penthouse on the top floor.
Don't sweat the small stuff.
Look out! It's the Bat! Till we get him, Batman's here!
The boredom is killing me.
Oh, don't worry. You'll get what's coming to you when we're good and ready. Why do we have to wait? We can give her a dose now.
and I was really saddened that they didn't play up on that she's this happy-go-lucky girl, and I get that a lot of the DC films are are doing this whole darkness thing too.
The doors are locked. I'll have to find another way in.
You know, and I mean, I get it.
Control, it's Falcon 5. I'm seeing a riot in progress. Cauldron District, over.
Look who it is. I can't say I'm surprised. You should really review your security. I've seen trees with faster reflexes. Something tells me this wasn't part of the plan. Well, that's made things a little more interesting.
So
Sir, Batman, he's here.
I just think, like they could have lightened her up. The maybe probably too serious for the role. I think that she was probably miscasted. Period. I think they could have casted somebody who was a little more has that happy-go-lucky attitude, that happy-go-lucky plucky attitude, and that's what to me what Starfire represents. So there's the elephant in the room. Gotta get out of the way. Next is Beast Boy. He's not the fun-loving jokester as he is in the comics. The young, plucky jokester, and that's what he needs to be. But he's not even that. He's also it kind of seems like he's also afraid when he transforms. Like he's afraid that like whatever animal he has will take over, and he'll go into a whole animal instinct type thing.
Why did Scarecrow lock you up?
No hello.
Tell me.
And that's what
And what if I don't
I
want
think he needs.
Then I
They need to
burn every
lighten him
chance
up
you got.
too. And he had his first kill. And he's never killed either because he's a youngin. He's probably out of supposed to be the youngest out of the whole team, but he's about they're all about the same. Well, no, him and Raven are about the same age. Now let's talk about Raven. She's scared of her own shadow, and she has every right to be. I mean, she's playing it. They're kind of playing it well, you know. But I still miss that whole emo thing that she did in the Titans TV series, and I hope that she gets to that point when they defeat Trigon, and you know they're going to defeat him. Next person is
Nature always wins.
who am I missing? Starfire, Beast
Will
Boy,
they ever learn?
Starfire, Beast Boy, Robin, Raven. Donna Troy, and they're going to get Hawk and Dove. Now, this is also interesting. Hawk and Dove are, one is male, Hawk is a male, and Dove is a female. Now, originally, it's two brothers. And
Go, go, go! We've got the target, sir. He's cornered. Don't move.
Are you sure it's him?
Confirmed, it's Batman.
Sir, that tank they have backing them up is unmanned.
Good.
I thought this would be tough.
Cannon operational. Fire suppressor engaged. unmanned tanks moving through Chinatown.
And
They'll be there any second.
you know, and I think that's part of the huge, part of the problem that I have with the show in general is that a lot of the characters are just really misrepresented. And again, like I said, the end scene, the ending of the season ends with Trigon being released into our world.
Oracle, I need to know where those tanks are
Now,
coming from.
I'm tracking several transport.
essentially, what it was is that Raven was looking for her mother.
Activate the Batmobile.
She was kept away from her for a good reason. So crap wouldn't, and so it wouldn't happen, but it did. And
The Bat can crush us in that car tank thing.
and
Simulation activated. Weapon energy system diagnostic test online. Stage 1. Destroy targets to charge up weapon energy and activate missile barrage. Missile barrage level 1 ready. Diagnostic stage complete. Stage 2. Charge the missile barrage to level 2 to destroy up to 4 targets at once.
so essentially, how the story goes is that Raven was separated from her mother at birth, and they were stopping at nothing to kind of keep them apart for a while. At least the church was, because I think they knew for certain
Missile barrage level 2 ready.
that if she was reunited with her mom, some bad things would happen.
Depletes weapon energy. Charge up missile barrage to level 2 and destroy 4 active targets to complete
So-
diagnostic test.
And it almost has like a Bambi feel to it in a way, if you catch my meaning. And that is like, in a way, I kind of find it cliche.
Missile barrage level 2 ready. Diagnostic test complete. Simulation complete.
And it's understandable that they made it to where, like,
Batman, I'm seeing a transport deploying more tanks at Panessa Studios. I've warned GCPD to pull their men off the streets.
I'm heading there now.
you know, it's
Units. This is Commissioner
they pretty.
We have numerous hostile tanks deployed across the city. Gotham is under attack. I want everyone off the streets and back to GCPD. We're not equipped to deal with what's out there. Thank God there's someone who is.
And maybe it's just me, Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm being overcritical. Maybe I'm being overcritical.
Tell your men they can resume their patrols. The tanks have been dealt with.
Thank God. Let's hope they were the last.
Don't count on it. I need the isolation chamber prepped at the GCPD lockup. I'm bringing in Ivy.
No. Maybe I'm just being overly biased, but I mean, it's just too cliche to me. Where they're gonna use the mom pretty much as a scapegoat because the mom is the one that will lead her to her father. But even in the comics, she tried her best to stay away from the comics. So I kind of think that they misplayed that one. They misplayed her a little bit too much. I think the mom should not have even had an active role. Like, I think she, and I can't believe I'm saying this, and I wouldn't say this on anybody, but my mom should have died. But it's whatever. But it's lit. But it's also said, what's kind of funny is that Starfire's people knew about her, and Starfire was sent out to find her and to kill her. And I'm like, yeah, that's too dark, even for Starfire. She's too much of a happy-go-lucky person to want to kill off a kid. Yeah, that's no bueno. So that's where it kind of earned some Rotten Tomato points with me. Now, getting right along, Dick Grayson's still holding his little bitch grudge, his bitch attitude about Batman making him the way he is when he did nothing of the sort.
Civil unrest? There's a war on the streets. We don't have the manpower
Now,
or the equipment.
that being said, I'm kind of looking at this and I'm like, they're making this show too dark. And I think that was part of one of the problems that Batman vs Superman had. It was going too dark.
Oh, good.
But whatever. I mean, I kind of like Batman vs Superman, so I don't care what anyone says. Now, what's cool about Titan is that it also introduced the Doom Patrol, which is going to get their own series. This was Beast Boy's little home away from home, his family before he became who he is. But I think that I think that
We can handle it, Jim.
they could have introduced them a little bit later, like they should have ran into him, but a little bit later. But it kind of got to see Raven into Garth's world, where he came from, to see the happy family. And part of her fear was her hurting her friends, and that's what was her Achilles heel. Now, in this, like I told you about Hawk and Dove, and how Dove is now female, and it was originally just two brothers. Well, in this, it was weird because it was two brothers. One was more of an adoptive brother. He was black. You know what? It was the Webster. It's the Webster thing. Go figure.
I'll see what I can do.
It's the Webster canonical thing. If you don't know who Webster is, I'm not talking about Webster the dictionary. I'm talking about Webster the TV show. Look it up. You can probably find it on YouTube. Anyway, white father, has a son, has an older brother. Adopted younger brother, or black brother who's taking martial arts, both in college. One's a good kid. One had one little incident that happened, and he was always angry about it. Always doing stupid stuff. but they always supported each other nonetheless. They started off being a crime-fighting duo. Tragedy happens. Younger brother dies. Now Dove's mother was was in the vicinity at the time. At the same time that Dove dies, which is the younger brother, and um, um, female Dove and male Hunt to get together. They go out, start fighting crime, and they become an ultimate duel. And then there they meet, Dick Grayson. Dick Grayson almost had a fling with her. Things didn't go the way the things wanted, and Hawk still has kind of a little jealous love-hate relationship with Dick. Blah blah blah. And Dick probably harbors some feelings towards her too, but he's keeping it on the back burner because she's with Hawk. But when the chips are down, they're there for each other. Period. And it gets really, 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 really predictable from then on. Family in a super elite assassin family looking for um Raven. Um,
I'll look into these later. Scarecrow's the priority.
Never seen him up
Good luck out
close
there,
before.
man.
and what it is.
Yep, poor bastard. He ain't gonna be able
Per your request, I've created a series of diagnostic simulations.
to live with himself when he finds out what he did. Diner.
He's gonna lose his badge for sure.
Owens is a good cop. Lives for the job. He don't deserve this.
Hey, Batman! I guess Scarecrow gave you the slip. You broke my wrist for nothing. He's got plans for you, Batman. You and all your...
And I'm thinking to myself,
This thing's had a serious upgrade. Air support saw it turn into some kind of tank.
Nice. Don't get too close. He's here. Back up.
Good evening, Mr. Wayne. I hope the car's performing to your high expectations.
and
Actually,
maybe
she's a little sluggish.
I had a feeling you'd say something like that. Give me a few moments, and I'll bring the afterburner function online. I should have some more upgrades ready soon. Remnants of Gotham, I have messages for you all. To the vandals who stay behind to make the still warm flesh from Gotham's bones. Son, you are under my protection. To the cowards quaking behind the police department's walls, you will not be spared. And to Batman, I have already won. Emptied your city with a vial of toxin and a few threatening words. That's how little the safety you provide is worth. And when the dawn comes, when Gotham lies in ruin and I turn my gaze to the world beyond, the legend of the Batman will be worth nothing at all.
sorry about that. I'm getting distracted here and there.
Identity confirmed.
So we're also dealing with, Hawk and Dove get injured by these family of assassins, and well, actually not Hawk, but Dove gets injured pretty badly, and they also use help Raven out to do out
Messing with all your stuff?
Raven out, and Raven is the one who pretty much keeps close contact with everyone, and so they're starting to begin to form a family, and you know, and it is also Garfield Hill, or Beast Boy, if you will, who tossed her to find her mom and brought him to the whole Trigon area.
We don't have enough time.
Honestly,
Purpose the antenna at the movie studios.
I give the Titan show does have some potential. It really does. I'm not gonna lie, but they're gonna really need to really clean some stuff up, get things going again. It only has 11 episodes for season one. Season two, I hope it's gonna be a little bit longer, and I hope we get um much better story crafted. Also, if you want to see for yourself and see what I'm talking about and have your own opinion, it's gonna be on Netflix starting tomorrow, so you can binge watch that on the big screen. I'm probably gonna go ahead and watch it again because it has heart. It really does. But I think that like they rushed. It kind of feels really rushed. It kind of feels really rushed right now, and it is. It really feels really rushed. You know. It really does have potential, and I hate to see something that has good faith.
There were whispers after Arkham City.
You know.
Some think you changed. Some think you killed him. I know better. I know there are some lines that even the Batman fears to cross.
The generator's damaged. I need to bypass it and power the antenna directly.
Hello again, Mr. Wayne. How can I help you this time?
Is the power winch ready for deployment?
It's 100% functional.
It's.
No guarantees if you're intending to pull that car of yours.
Yeah, if I had to give it a rating, I'd have to give it maybe three out of 5. As in, they introduced a big bad way too soon, and you can't go big bad and then Trigon himself. And I'm pretty sure everyone's seen the Justice League versus the Teen Titans. I mean, that pretty much says it all. I mean, yeah. It's saddened to see that they had to go big first. Again, I really think they should have done like Wade Wilson first. I really think they should have, instead of going directly. Ooh, big bad evil Trigon. And Trigon is bad as they come, and he's just like the mother of all bads. I mean, it took him, the Teen Titans, and the Justice League just to beat the dude. And it's saddening to think that they had to go. They think they had to go strong for that, and they really didn't. But, I mean, I can see why they want to use Trigon, but who they decided they cast Trigon was kind of funny to me. He really was. If y'all remember the castle, I think his name was Ryan. One of the cop duel buddy cop duel, and on the show. Um, it was they casted him as Trigon, and I'm like, really? I couldn't be afraid of him. Nobody and their mother could be afraid of that dude. Nope. Nobody and their mother right now could be afraid of that dude.
Why did I warn them, Batman? Why give those terrorized refugees time to flee?
I mean, who would be afraid of the dude? He really is not scary at all. I mean, dude really isn't that all that scary. So I kind of laughed my butt off when I found out. I'm like, oh, you're supposed to be Trigon? I couldn't be scared of you. I'll be laughing at Trigon. Trigon chose that face. I would laugh my face off at Trigon if that's what he decided to cast as himself, or he decided to use. I would laugh at Trigon. I really would. I would laugh at him. Mm-hmm. I would really laugh. He has that face where you just couldn't be scared of him.
Oracle, I've restored power to
I
radio.
couldn't do it.
I was just talking to Robin. I think you should too.
Bruce, you need me out there. We can find Scarecrow faster together.
What you're working on is more important, Tim.
Can wait one night. Let me help.
I've got this under control.
Okay. Listen, try checking in once in a while. We're partners, remember?
He just wants to help, you know.
Is the antenna ready?
Yeah, but we're going to need a microwave tower to triangulate Scarecrow's location. There's one at Falcone Shipping in the Cauldron. I've marked it on your map.
Thanks, Oracle.
But I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Okay, he wants to play the bad guy. He wants to play him, so we'll.
Like what? Damned if I know. Maybe she found a psychic and Joker's talking to her from beyond the grave. I didn't think Scarecrow had what it takes to pull this off. He proved us all wrong.
We're wasting time. We've got the run of the whole city and we're stuck up here guarding some antenna.
Scarecrow's men are guarding the antenna. I need to evaluate the threat and plan my attack.
If that happens, this whole operation...
5 soldiers, all armed. If I alert them, they'll kill the hostage. I need to reach a vantage point to draw them outside.
That's gonna happen. Scarecrow said he'd be here. If you ask me, he's paranoid. Probably huffing too much of that gas. I'd like to see you say that to his face. You kidding me? I can't even look at the guy.
If I can separate them, they'll be easier to take down.
Hey, hear that? Someone's out there. You two, go take a look. The door stays locked. I'm taking no chances. Got it, boss. He's not getting in here. We've got everything covered. Just stay calm.
And correct me if I'm wrong.
Keep your gun on him. We ain't taking any chances.
Three more soldiers inside. They think they're safe if they stick together.
Lucius, I've got a hostage situation. 3 gunmen. I need to take them all out before they can react. Is it ready?
Flexible plates over an MR fluid armor layer. You'll move faster, hit harder, and look scarier while doing so.
Send it, Lucius.
I
Now.
know I'm just rambling here.
Mr. Wayne.
So I'm probably going to end it on somewhat of a high note here. All in all, because I know I just skipped around and kind of just jumbled things down, but I just kind of wanted to give my offshoot of a review about it, because in retrospect, if you want to get a better idea of what I'm talking about and everything I want to see, again, it's going to be on Netflix tomorrow. I'm doing this. I should have done this like 2 weeks ago, but I just got really, really busy. So I apologize, and I'm sorry for the pauses in here because I'm, doing this as we're playing Batman. I figured that it would be better. Granted, that should have been the DLC of the Nightwing DLC, but I kind of like where they're going with it. I do not like that a lot of these movies and TV shows are trying to make this Batman into this killer, and we all know he ain't. They need to stop with that crap. Get him down, get him right. Detective won't kill nobody. Beat the crap out of people, but will not kill. Leave it like that. Done. Bing, bam, boom. He also, they also need to brush up a lot on their detective sides too, and I hope that Titans kind of does that as well with Dick showing his detective side, because that needs to show, and it would make things go for him a lot smoother for him, and it would make the show just jump at you. And, I hope they make all the necessary fixes for this. Other than that, the actors, they can do no wrong. They're just doing what they're doing as directed. They probably need to get some of the Titan series writers in on this to kind of get the flow going and kind of brighten it up a little bit, okay? Because I mean, like I said, they made Coriander into this insufferable, dark, brooding person, and she's not. Okay, she comes from the planet Tamaran. She's supposed to be getting words wrong. She's supposed to be getting her words mixed up. She's supposed to be this happy-go-lucky, this happy-go-lucky person. And, and yes, everybody knows that him and Starfire kind of have a thing, and there was almost wedding bells, and that shit happened, that got ruined by Raven, no less. But I hope that down the way they can kind of fix that, because she really is this happy-go-lucky girl. That's Starfire for me. I want to see that. But I'm also interested in hoping that down the line they're gonna do Commander or Blackfire, which I'm hearing that they did cast her, and another black woman, mind you. Honestly, guys, get over it. And I hope to see that. I hope to see the whole struggle between her and her Cameranian people. And I would like to see the Titans Tower actually get built. I mean, I want to see. Honestly, Cyborg should be on the show, and he should be the one building the Titans Tower. He should be the one building the T car. I mean, things like that. All right. That's what I like. That's what I would like to see. Probably not going to get it. all in all, it was just a dark show. They kind of do need to lighten it up a little bit. I see what they were trying to go for, and I understand that they're trying to make Robin, he wants to become his own person, but he's putting that blame on on Batman, everything on Batman. Batman's fault. It's Batman's fault. Batman. And they need to kind of pull away from that or I hope that he's gonna go, hey, wait a minute, no, Batman didn't make me into this crime fighting, killing machine. He tried to make me into a crime fighter. Emphasis on crime fighter. He never killed. I never should have killed. I was wrong. I never should have blamed him. Blah, blah, blah. Because right now he's just kind of like a whiny bitch. And pretty much that's what Trigon told him in his little vision quest. Hey, you're a whiny bitch. Let that dark side flow. And Donna Troy is one of those people who's like, you know what? Find that equilibrium. Namaste. Which was kind of trippy in a way. Anyway, other than that, actors are using are great. The foreshadowing, I liked how they introduced the Doom Patrol, which is going to get its own series, which is going to be done by Timothy Dalton, by no less. He's going to be in that. Timothy fucking Dalton. Wow, I haven't seen that face and said that name in years. Brendan Fraser is going to be the Robatman or the Tin Man or whatever his name was, which was, again, one of those trippy things. Like, that's a name that you never thought you would ever utter again. So I hope to give you that review on that. Now, rumor has it that the DC thing isn't doing too well in sales, so, maybe they'll get smart and maybe they'll team up with either Hulu or Netflix, which they probably should anyway. Because, the deal with Marvel and Netflix is pretty much dead and done, which that's stupid on Disney's side because Netflix knew what they were doing. I enjoyed their shows that they had. But maybe down the line they'll get with Netflix and they'll get with some good writers and they'll just merge together and have your DC on Netflix and whatnot, and Hulu can take the Marvel thing since Fox is going to be owned by Disney anyway, and Hulu pretty much is owned by Fox, so go figure. So we'll probably see a lot more Disney stuff and Marvel stuff on Hulu down the line, which I'm okay with. I have a subscription to that. But having a subscription to like an offshoot of DC or Disney, I think it's kind of asinine. I'm not gonna lie, because I can watch this stuff on my TV from my PS4, my PS3, yada yada yada, my Nintendos and whatever. One of the things that kind of caught me off guard of the show is, when I first saw it, I thought it was gonna suck. And I watched through it, and, I was just like, oh, this is going to be suck, this is going to be bad. Honestly, I can't blame the actors, I can't blame everything. Do I think some of the characters were miscasted? Yes. Do I think that they definitely could do better? It's only the first season. Let's see what happens. All in all, 3 out of 5 stars. Hope to see something more. Hope they learn from their mistake on this one, because it really, like some of the games that I've used to play, Mass Effect Andromeda. It would have been better if it wasn't called Mass Effect. I would have been fine if they left off the Mass Effect and just called it Andromeda, but it's in the Mass Effect universe. But regardless, the game had heart. Blah blah blah. We'll talk about that later. But show has heart. 11 episodes. It's what you'll get. All an hour long, mostly rated R. Probably not something you could show with your kids if they are Nightwing or Robin fans. Probably not something you can show to them. It's a little risque. Well, somewhat risque, but it's a little bit more R-rated than it should be. But it is what it is. But other than that, my advice: watch the show, form your own opinion, and if you like it, please subscribe to me again, and we can chat. We'll play some Destiny if you have a Destiny account. Not really into the Fortnite thing. It's just I can't tell you why I'm not into Fortnite. If you're not, we could do Red Dead Revolver 2 online thing. We can get around that and start talking games on that. If you like what you saw, you like what you hear, click like, subscribe, and I'll be more than happy to discuss what's going my future endeavors too down the line. Again, I was playing Batman, mostly playing Batman, and then we're talking, but talking in between. I was trying to look at the show from an unbiased opinion, but my honest opinion: watch it for yourself, form your own opinions. Don't count it out just yet, just because you don't like the casting of Starfire. Do not blame her. Do not take it out on her. Watch the show. If you understand who Starfire is, then it shouldn't really bother you all that much. But at least get a kind of an idea what's going on. But that's just my opinion. So please, it's on again. Be on Netflix tomorrow if it hasn't dropped already. I'm probably gonna watch it again to really get really fully. But yeah, Trigons, they're big bad, and it's probably gonna be mostly the big bad in season 2. It's always gonna, when it rains it falls, that whole type deal. Honestly, they should have used something different. I hope we get to see a little bit more enemies that they fight aside from the big bads. I mean, yeah, I'd like to see one where Slade Wilson has a hard on for Robin, whatever. I wouldn't mind seeing that. Hell, hint, I wouldn't mind Ron Perlman playing Deathstroke. That would be cool. That would just be plain cool. Just to, see, he was the voice of Slade in the Teen Titans animated series, but to see him, do it live action, do it in this would be just, I don't know, awesome. But then that's just me. I mean, he is old, but then Slade Wilson isn't a spring chicken. But my opinion, if you want to use someone else as Slade Wilson, please let me know. Comment at the bottom. I wouldn't mind to hear your thoughts and your opinions. Again, thank you for joining me. This is my little review of Titans. So if you see it for yourselves, tell me what you think. If you don't like my opinions, please remember, they're just that, my opinion. Okay? I don't need you throwing in your 2 cents. They're just my opinion. Anyway, you guys have yourself a good night, and stay up.